Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sky Lounge podcast, episode number 283. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. And also check out the Sky Lounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And without any further ado, let's get shit started with episode number 283. Kung Flu 2, Caring and Unhinged Left, Untitled Ran Trill, Thinking about POTUS, and mostly sports. Specifically, LA Dodgers and LA Lakers sport, right? Because the Dodgers right now are playing their first game in the NLDS against the San Diego Padres, while the Lakers are in game 4 of the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat in the woke league of Chinese basketball, with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, being up 83-78. Nerve-wracking game. Yes, LeBron James and Anthony Davis both have 19 points, combining for 38 points. Yet, it has been a very, very intense affair between these two teams right now, all game long. Solid defense on both sides. Duncan Robinson just makes a three, being smothered on by the Lakers defensively. But this is how good this Miami Heat team is. And I hate those Lakers fans who kept just making all the fucking arrogant excuses of, oh, we lost because yada, 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 excuses after game 3. No, you fuckers lost because the turnover game in the first quarter was abysmal by the Lakers. 10 fucking turnovers in that first quarter for game 3. Hilariously bad. And what's hilariously worse right now is the defense just letting Jimmy Butler get his any fucking time. And I get it, man. Jimmy's been really hot. Jimmy's been fucking amazing. But the reality is, you can defend the guy. And LeBron James getting into the basket, that's what you have to do. Okay? But the one thing the NBA doesn't really have to do, and what genuinely annoys me, and it happens throughout the commercials, it happens throughout the actual commentators just talking through the fucking games. It's all this fucking political justice shit. All right, social justice, political justice, whatever fucking crap you want to call it now. Every goddamn game I turn on this for this series, all I hear from Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, or Mike Breen is, hey, did you guys vote today? You should vote, 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 vote. Like, well, first of all, motherfucker, I can't vote. Not a criminal, under DACA, so not a citizen, can't vote. But, bro, we get it. It's election season. You are not the only fucking ones shoving this down our goddamn throats. If anything, sports should be free of this shit. Yet it has been completely poisoned and drenched by the political landscape. And obviously with these sports leagues, they're generally more liberal. They're generally more left-leaning morons, let's be fair and call it what it is. Because every fucking time these cats try to talk up politics, every fucking time you got assholes like LeBron James, Damian Lillard, Jamal Murray, Kyrie Irving, Avery Bradley, any of these fucking woke assholes who get on television and are very vocal about their left-wing policy and left-wing fucking agenda shit, you realize that these motherfuckers have no goddamn idea how politics actually works. They have no idea how the economy actually works. They have no fucking idea how to read, let alone read policies. So, on top of that, this is a league that is hilariously trying to lecture people while only 20% of their players are registered to vote. So that commercial should be thrown at your own players than the actual American people. And then on top of that shit, not only are you just trying to force your own fucking beliefs and your own fucking agenda with all this left-wing shit, but you're forcing and pushing out false narratives. Black people have to be careful of cops. Really? How about don't do illegal shit? And that goes for anybody. And I hate it when I make these statements about behaving in front of cops and how that is quickly associated as a, I suppose, racist statement or a stereotypical statement, but it's not. The reality is, I don't care what fucking color you are. If you're in front of a cop, that's an authority figure. You should respect them. And police officers have, I don't know, all the fucking weapons to fuck you up if you don't follow the rules. I mean, I don't know. It feels like I'm explaining rocket science when I'm talking about law enforcement and shit nowadays, but it is 2020. It is 2020. I mean, we have dirty ass celebrities like Cardi B talking about her wet ass pussy, and then on the fucking following Tuesday, she's all dressed up in a fucking business suit talking about, I don't know why like all politicians aren't talking to me, and I don't get it. All right, what's going on? Like, you don't even understand that, like, Joe Biden is the fucking best thing ever. Like, oh, Jesus, dude. Like, you talk with your fucking mouth full and you just try to talk as loud as possible to just bully your way into making sense. Like, get the fuck out of here. And I know that was a horrendous impersonation of Cardi B. I was trying to do the fucking, I don't know what the fuck she is. I don't know. Is she, like, Latina? Hispanic? I fucking don't know. Don't know what her ethnic background is at all. Coming off as super insensitive right now, saying, yep, I know that. But this is coming from a place of ignorance. I genuinely do not care about Cardi B. I do not know her that well enough to try to impersonate the specific accent, which I'm not going to lie to you. I'm no accent expert, so I'm not going to fucking sit here and tell you folks that. Well, I almost had it. I didn't. But my point being, you have all these clowns, these liberal clowns who go through the loops and, you know, jump around and say, look at me, I'm special. And now I'm the smartest fucking person about politics. No, you're not. An average person can go online for 5 minutes, read policies, read anything really, and be smarter than the average celebrity. That's really it, man. And obviously, glaring issues with the woke league of Chinese basketball aside, this has been a very prevalent thing for most and all people on the left side, especially on the entertainment side. Like, Hollywood is horrendous. And I hate the fact that the NBA Finals have all these fucking shitty-ass celebrities in that virtual fucking fan viewing shit. You know, how the fucking court have those window panels, Zoom fucking setup shit. It's really fucking bizarre. But some of the celebrities that's been popping up have been notably weird. Like the dude from Red Hot Chili Pepper, Don Cheadle. I mean, to be fair, I mean, some of the old school basketball heads being there, fair play. But Obama, really? What is the left's obsession with Obama? I'm asking that shit right now. What is your motherfucker's obsession with Barack Hussein Obama and his wife, Michael? You don't have any evidence. Oh my God, dude. Obama's got receipts. I'm not talking about the Michael shit. I'm talking about his horrible dealings in foreign affairs. This man got a Nobel Peace Prize. And then ooh, puppy. Scared the shit out of me. This man got a Nobel Peace Prize and has a list and receipts of bodies, all right, of children and women in that Middle East region. You know what Trump did? He brought peace in the Middle East. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? And you know how the media works? Obama's the greatest fucking thing since the iPhone. That's how the media portrays the shit. But it's like, wait, hold on now. If we actually look back, if we rewind, and if we take a look at the in-depth actions of Obama during his presidency for 8 years, holy hell. How does anybody justify that shit? Yeah, granted, Obama did some decent things. I mean, I'm not going to lie. DACA is something that I'm a beneficiary of. But simultaneously, DACA should have been a policy enacted by Congress, not an executive order. You stepped out of line in terms of that shit. And Congress, while they were, majority Democrat fucking party for that stretch in the Obama administration, you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing in that regard. So within that policy of something that I understand very well, because I've been having to live under it for like what, over half a decade. It's foolish. It's absolutely foolish, and it's really indicative of how much deflection and projection the Obama administration has to this Trump administration, where Obama's failures are deflected as being Trump's failures. Oh, Trump's economy was bad. Well, no, actually, it was doing pretty well over the last 3 years because of the way. Let's be fair. The way Bush fucked it up for 8 years and then Obama kind of intensifying that shit didn't really help the matter. Didn't really. But the thing is, man. Oh wow, the Lakers are just missing shots after shots and are only up by 2 points. But the thing is, man, whether Jimmy Butler misses that, whether or not policies are right or wrong, right? It's all about being accountable, being responsible. And I feel as though the Obama administration, in hindsight, were none of that shit. And now you're trying to bring along Joe Biden as the fucking presidential candidate. And last week's debate, bro, I don't care how the fuck you see it. And it has been a full week, just about, because the debate happened on September 29th. There's no fucking way you walk away from that debate thinking, oh, wow, Biden was better. Absolutely not. Biden was not answering questions. Biden was making sure after a one-sentence blip from a question from Chris Wallace, who was, by the way, helping along Joe Biden as much as he fucking can. When you couldn't answer those specific questions, you deflect to something else that is full of buzzwords that liberal retards will get excited over. Whereas President Trump, despite his kind of brashness and sometimes the stupidity of the simple nature of his answers, he was actually answering questions. Were they eloquent? Probably not. But I'd rather have a guy who would be straight up willing to answer a goddamn question than a motherfucker who's deflecting shit. And I gotta tell you right now, man, again, Chris Wallace was an absolute disaster. I thought this guy, as a quote unquote objective moderator, did anything but become objective. This guy was screaming in between and really being the most vital crutch for Joe Biden not getting decimated in this debate. Because the reality is, Joe Biden had no facts. He kept going to numbers, which only confuses his old bitch more than anything else. But he kept going back. And I kept watching the debate thinking, bro, you're wasting my fucking time. I mean, you're making no goddamn sense. And somehow people are supposed to trust you? Oh, boy. I mean, the vice presidential debate on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, October 7th, should be more interesting. But I gotta tell you right now, man, I don't really know if Joe Biden is all there. And if you have at least fucking 2 brain cells in your fucking head, all right, you're gonna know damn well that the whole point of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is to make sure Kamala becomes the fucking president right after Joe Biden. They're probably going to fucking knock him off if hypothetically, if they win. All right. You really think Joe Biden is going to be the president? No, he's not. It's going to be Kamala Harris. And so for me, October 7th tomorrow is going to be a very interesting debate because what I saw last week was the red herring. It was the whole idea of, all right, Joe Biden's alive. He's not dead. He's not a fucking corpse. Here you go. Trot him out. Maybe he can talk it and puppet himself for a couple of minutes. But all I saw last week was cool. Trump is still Trump. He's good. Media is fixated on bringing this man down no matter what. And because of that, I think the Kamala Harris and Mike Pence debate is going to be pivotal. And I would suggest all of you to watch that shit. And I might do a live reaction thing. I don't know. Maybe I should. But who the hell knows, bro? It's a fucking crazy time we live in right now. Just like how in this NBA Finals Game 4 right now with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lakers up 95-88. Oof. Way too close. Miami looking like they took a timeout or they're drawing up a play here. But it's crazy to see how... It's crazy to see how this Miami Heat team is just squeezing the Lakers by the balls. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. And it's not a sexual thing to grab somebody by the balls like that. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. But in terms of, battling and duking it out, they're grabbing the Lakers by the balls in the sense of trying to just rip that shit off, fucking Mortal Kombat style. And it's frustrating, but, KCP and Kyle Kuzma in this game 4 has been absolutely phenomenal. They're fighting for baskets, making sure they get good looks. Although, you do have the occasional misses, but this is the NBA Finals, man. You got to give it your all. And bro, I know I just shit on the NBA about the woke league, of how it's a woke league of Chinese basketball. No one got the fucking rebound on that. That was pathetic. So Duncan Robinson puts up a shot. Rajon Rondo and LeBron James has a brain fart miscommunication moment. And it looks like LeBron James getting knocked into Rajon Rondo kind of left him stung a little bit. On his balls. Yep, on his fucking nuts. But, guys, only 4 fucking points. 95-91. A minute and about 30-odd seconds left. I mean, because you leave Jay Crowder that fucking open, it's game over. The guy nets a shot so well in terms of the three. The dude's amazing. And speaking of amazing, Jimmy Butler, 20 points, 7 of 15 in field goals, 10 rebounds, 8 assists with a minute and 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter in this game 4. Lakers up 95-91. Should be an intense final few seconds here. So I'll delve into politics shit a little bit later. But I mean, come on, man. When you got Black Lives Matter all over the fucking court, I can't stop thinking about that stupid shit and how fucking retarded it is. And it's just all coming communist propaganda. But Rajon Rondo making a nice layup to make it 97-91. And surprisingly, that is Rondo's first field goal make. What the fuck? With the minute or so left? That's surprising because Rondo has been a sensational offensive factor in this game 4. And Tyler Hero missing that mid-ranger. That could be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Lakers are leading 97-91 with 51 seconds left in this game 4. Rajon Rondo commanding the floor right now. Trying to step into the middle through the key and passes off to AD, who takes the shot from the 3 from the top, and he makes it 100-91. Lakers lead. LeBron James is super excited, super hyped up. And that is the dagger, ladies and gentlemen. What a great performance here from AD to kick it off for a potential Lakers win. Although we still got 39.5 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Their Lakers are only up 9 points. You know the reason why I never fucking celebrate too early? Well, first of all, the goddamn Clippers. Because they fucking celebrated goddamn early at 3-1. Remember that shit? And also, someone by the name of Tracy McGrady. All right. And I know all you young bucks, all right, all you noob basketball kids who only watch basketball games now. Although, to be fair, I'm still considering myself a filthy casual. T-Mac was brutal for putting up 13 points in 30 seconds. So I never discount anybody out. But, oof. Did Kike get hit by the ball there? And mind you, boys and girls, we are also watching Game 1 of the NLDS between the San Diego Padres and the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers are down 1-0 with a run scored, I believe, in the third inning by the Padres. But we have our designated hitter, Chris Taylor. Is he the DH tonight? I mean, he seems like he should be the DH tonight because, yeah, he is batting ninth. So he should be the DH tonight. But Hey, Lakers being up right now, hopefully that confidence can spiritually fly over to Arlington and get the Dodgers ready to go. Because, yeah, we do have to point out that the NLDS series are taking in place in Houston and Arlington. And with 33 seconds to go, Jimmy Butler makes the dunk to make it a 7-point game with 31 seconds left. And this is where Duncan Robinson is going to try to foul LeBron, but quickly gives the pass off to AD, and the ball is passed out of bounds. Oh my God. AD just really turned over the fucking ball in that moment, trying to threat that to Rajon Rondo. But, AD with the block on a Jimmy Butler layup. And that could do it, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it. No time on the clock left. No time on the shot clock. So 10.9 seconds left. Heat is forced to foul. And it looks like LeBron James is headed to the line. And here's the thing, boys and girls. If he misses both free throws, we're fucked. Not really. But yes, kind of. Yet I'm nervous because LeBron James has been notorious for missing free throws. And he makes the first one. And AD doing all he can in this game. And this final moment against Jimmy Butler, trying to go in for the layup and blocking it, could be the series sealer. It really can be. Because you have to think about this right now. Lakers up 102-93 in this game right now, with Jimmy Butler just trying to make anything happen with 4 seconds left. Tyler Hero taking that final three. Makes it in. Wow. 96-102. 1.1 second left. Alex Caruso holds the ball, and Lakers win. Oh boy. This series is looking to be finished on Friday. Reason why I say that, it's not to shit on the Heat. It's not. The reason why I say that right now is the momentum shift is in favor of the Lakers. AD caught the juice back. The shooting got better today. Defense was significantly better today. And the Miami Heat being down 3-1, it's a tremendous task to go over. And Jimmy Butler had a near triple-double. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Dude, he is doing everything he can. And if this is the way it goes, I mean, you can argue that Game 3 could have been a Lakers win without all those turnovers, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. Jimmy Butler was absolutely amazing with a 40-point triple-double, but this game is kind of emblematic of how superior the Lakers are, relatively speaking, to the Heat, all things considered. Now, I understand that Lakers haters are going to say, oh, the refs are refs. And yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, I do say the refs are absolute ass. Like, I don't care if I'm a Lakers fan. Yes, the referees are absolute trash, and that can happen on both sides. But a lot of times, I do understand that there is more of a leniency with how LeBron James is handled by the referees. Yet, despite all of that, dude, come on. I know that Game 3 win was nice, but how do I say this without sounding like an arrogant cunt? This Lakers team was supposed to win by every stretch of the imagination, by metrics of how they were doing in season, sportsbook odds. I mean, everything else included, man, this team was supposed to win. Now, being up in the series 3-1, they have to just finish the job. That's really all there is to it now for the Lakers. For the Heat, of course, it's do or die. Maybe they win Game 4 or Game 5, I apologize, but seems to be a very difficult task. And yeah, I really do think the Lakers grab the win on Friday. And that is on October 9th, the day before the DOB. So that should be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Yet, I'm still nervous. I feel like that wasn't an easy win. We saw possibly some of the best aspects of the Heat team. And Mookie Betts fly out. That's unfortunate. With bases loaded too. That's a fucking bummer, really. But With the Lakers, you have a 3-day rest period, and hopefully no distractions within those 3 days, and you just get it done. And that's all there is to it now. And splendid job by AD tonight. I mean, this guy was the main reason why we won tonight. I know LeBron James did his thing, but if you ask me right now who the Finals MVP is, it's AD. Now, if you want me to be totally fair and really tell you who the actual Finals MVP is, erasing everything else, winners and losers, all that shit, it should be Jimmy Butler. Like Jimmy Butler, AD, right there. Like they are right next to each other in the Finals MVP conversation in my eyes, and it's been incredible to watch this Heat team, just battle. And I love how close this series is because I hated the fact that all these mainstream media heads were talking about, oh, this is going to be an easy sweep. Oh, this is the easiest fucking thing the Lakers can do all season. Like, get the fuck out of here. Have you not watched this Miami Heat team? I mean, again, boys and girls, I went to Dallas, watched the Miami Heat in real life against the Dallas Mavericks. And after that game, I really thought, this is a good fucking team. I don't know how much better they can be because Jimmy Buckets is the real deal. Tyler Hero, I saw some good shit from him that night, and Bam Adebayo too. So for me to see them from that point to where they are now in the NBA Finals is extremely impressive. And I would tell you, as recently, just a couple seconds ago, saying, oh, the Lakers should win Game 5. They can't take Game 5 lightly. The Heat are going to bring everything out. Udonis Haslem has to get a couple of minutes in there. This dude has been firing up the bench all series long. And if Goran Dragic even has a remote chance to play, he will play. And so I think Game 5 is going to be the most explosive, most dramatic game in this series. And I can't wait. Personally, I can't wait, but I'm not celebrating just yet. This is still a series. There's still a long way to go. And hell, we got 3 fucking days to wait. So it's a good time, man. It's a good time. Although it's not really a great time. Is how Kung Flu is fucking everything up. Not just in the way of, viewing sports with no fans in stadiums. I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders, the city where I'm living at right now here in Las Vegas, they can't have any fans in a stadium where they invested over $1 billion fucking dollars into. And yeah, not only is it bad for the owners, which, yeah, I mean, that's a given, but it kills any opportunities of, jobs, other shit, I suppose, because yeah, that's really the main thing, because with these sports teams, you have more job opportunities opening up in the city. Yet, turn off Jimmy Kimmel, you fucking pedophile asshole. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. But yeah, the city still being relatively closed doesn't really help the matter. And yeah, man. Just curious. Ow. Got fur all over. But Kung Fu fucking everything up, man. And it fucked up President Trump. It did. Over the weekend, it was confirmed that President Trump tested positive for COVID-19. Kung Flu. And POTUS, First Lady of the United States, also tested positive. And the Trumps were scheduled to afterwards immediately take is it Marine Corps one, the beef fucking helicopter to take them from the White House to the Walter Reed Hospital. And Trump, in about 3 days, came back out. Doctor said, all right, you should be good to go. Heads on out and is back to work. And within that 4 or 5 day stretch, you can't imagine how horrible the media has been. I mean, we all knew the media, that is generally left-wing, liberal, communist cum bucket echo chamber bullshit is usually against democracy. But when Trump tested positive for Kung Flu, this shit was a celebration for all these communists saying, oh, wow, the president can die. Awesome. I can't wait. You had former White House employees saying, I can't wait. Please die. It's like, wait, hold on. You goddamn liberals always boast and preach about tolerance and all this bullshit, yet you're the ones here hoping someone just straight up dies. Cool, bro. The left is so caring. But this is why the title remains as such, because Kung Flu struck a very prominent, leader, and all you caring liberals are just, in reality, just unhinged retards. And honestly, when I think of liberals, I think of a lot of things. I mean, personally, I think of the journey I've been through over the last 3-4 years of transitioning from liberal ideology and sticking to, left-wing philosophies more than just trying to think for myself. Trying to put yourself in a square peg when you're a fucking circle, trying to jerk yourself off like a, mortar grinding style shit. But I can't deal with that shit, man. Can't deal with that fucking left-wing liberal shit anymore. There's like fucking fur everywhere today. God damn. It's like fucking fur on the nose, on the fucking hair, on the goddamn face and the mouth. Like, all over. I hate it. You know what I hate more? Fat people. It's going to be my last little rant for the day, because this NLDS is going to take quite some time to finish up. But kids, let me talk about fat people. Okay? And I'm going to preface this too. I'm a fat guy. All right? I'm about 6'5", 270, 267 on a good day. Depending on how much fucking bread we eat, right? Depending on how much the carbs are, shoved in the face. But I'm a fat dude. But I hate being fat. I think, obviously, being fat is a disease. That's what fat literally is. I mean, it is your body physiologically evolving into a pile of mess. And when fat culture that derives from liberals, is promoted and celebrated and forced upon people, I wince. I just think, oh my God, no. Stop promoting fat people. That shit is disgusting. And do I come off as a fascist? Yes. Yes, I do. And I understand that, because I have ways of thinking about things, and they're kind of in an extreme space. Yet, I don't really force my belief on other people like these goddamn liberals. So, for me, it's very simple. With all these, podcast episodes, with YouTube, with any of this Twitter, Instagram shit, it's more like a loudspeaker than anything else. And I love how Clay Travis of Outkick the Coverage actually talks about this, where social media should be nothing more than a loudspeaker. You say your shit, fucking move on. But people take that shit personally. People take that shit all over the fucking ass, and it's great, because I'll tell you a fucking personal funny story. Obviously, you're seeing for all these fucking fat people just go absolutely bananas. But it's even better when you're fat as shit, and then you land on an Instagram page like the typical liberal Allegiant of Liberty, where they post just unhinged liberals all over the place. And the fat liberals are the best ones, because they just bitch and moan and jiggle and wiggle about, oh, Trump is bad, like their jowls are fucking moving all over the place. And you just realize that, oh my God, that motherfucker's psychotic. But those kinds of fat people, bro, I berate. I do. I talk about, well, why don't they just fucking take their ass to Wuhan and get kung flu? Then start complaining about Trump and that after that shit. But within these pages, I just drop random ass comments all over the place. But it was so funny to me because just today I get a DM from this random ass dude named JP. Don't even know who this guy is, and he says, "Your people brought kung flu to our country. Why don't you go back to where you came from?" And I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm Korean, bro. I'm not even Chinese, but I'm not gonna respond to this shit. Like, I don't need that energy in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's not for like getting all fucking aggro and like all in your fucking feelings. It's more like, all right, bitch, cool. Like you think like that. That's fine. You conservatives, you do what you want. But I always say, fuck conservatives, fuck liberals. It's all about being in the center. And if I'm in the center, I love this country. I don't care if you think I'm a fucking Chinese bitch or a Wuhan kung flu giving asshole that's just a general umbrella of Asian. I don't give a fuck what you think, bro. I'm here, suck my fucking dick, and yeah. Korea's not China. Simple geography lessons of the day. Korea is not China. But ultimately, kids, Trump is the God Emperor, and he is going to ruin every liberal's days. From November 3rd onward. It's going to be beautiful. He's going to stay alive. And everyone's going to fucking hate it. So that does for me in this episode. So on the next episode on the Sky Lounge, we're going to do some sports ball update shit. So be on the lookout for that. We might split it into 2 parts because we have been procrastinating for 3 days. And yeah, I understand that. Been kind of a lazy cunt about it. So a long ways to go. So that'll do it for me here. All right, motherfuckers. I appreciate you dropping by this episode. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Podcast. And also check out the Sky Lounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next time, kids. Fuck off.